We piloted iClicker in January of this year, and I used it in a small virtual diversity and cross-cultural psychology class. In that small classroom setting, iClicker was especially useful, particularly with the subject matter, with getting students comfortable with expressing their honest opinions. The nature of the topic can be very sensitive. We're dealing with racial identity development, we're dealing with lived experiences, but using iClicker, particularly the anonymous polling, I found to be very useful in allowing particularly my students of color to find their voice and express their lived experience, and then we could process what they shared anonymously. And I think that really helped their peers who were white to maybe give a little bit of pause and recognize that, oh, this is like a real person in front of me who is reporting having this experience. And so I really loved the anonymous polling, especially in that context.
I did a quasi-quantitative experimental study. If you are in that clicker group, in general, you tend to get a higher grade in that general class. And another thing that I found out was that participation from the clicker group tend to get higher final grades than the non-clicker group.
You can try to flip a classroom, but we do have a schedule that we have to finish. So we all have common exams, so you have to finish the material within this 3 weeks, which means like you don't have much time to interact with the students. The only time that you can interact with them and solve problems with them is when you show them a question on iClicker. I think it helps like with them to figure out if they got the idea. I would know if they understood anything I said.
Other things that I studied was something called wait time. And wait time is just you ask a question and then somebody responds. And in a typical classroom, you'd ask a question and the person knows the answer before you even finish the question, and they answer that. And so what I wanted to do was get my students to slow down. And the iClicker does that automatically because everyone has to answer. Technology can really help us figure out what's going on in our classrooms and how to teach more effectively in real time rather than waiting for the end of the semester to come up. Groups is this brand new feature that some of our advocates have been asking about. The whole group has to have the same answer. So you actually have to start talking to one another and convincing other people of the correct answer. And what that does is actually it will foster these deeper conversations. You know, when you think about Bloom's taxonomy, the convincing of other people is further up on that scale than just understanding it.
I use the iClicker in HighFlex class. So I use usually classroom response system, specifically iClicker, to poll during my lectures because I teach anatomy and physiology. This is a very intensive course, having a lot of materials, and no matter they are in the classroom, and the ones who are not in the classroom can join and the iClicker account and be engaged during the class.